All right. Hello, how's everybody doing? Hope you all had a great weekend, and I hope you all have a great week going forward. We're going to kick things off here with One Piece. This is chapter 716, titled Dan Chin Jiao. Okay, and if you look at the cover story, Caribou's New World Ki He He Volume 34, Behold the Fate of the Grandmother of Revolution Army Captain Gaburu. Okay, we see that Scotch has the grandmother up. I'm not sure if it's hard to tell if she's just knocked out or just badly injured or if he actually killed her. But so the that's moving along. Like I said, I'm very interested to see what the end result is going to be for Caribou's travels. Okay, you go back in, getting into the story. We have, it picks up, continue it off with, the rampage continues unabated. What's happening down there? How it starts off, and that's Kelly Funk, the assassin from Mogaro. Magaro is putting on a blistering assault. He's sending hardy warriors flying like they were made of paper. Okay, and that's Kelly Funk. The other and we see here on the next panel, just down below that, where Don Shinjao, he said, he's telling Sai, make sure that whippersnapper feels Boo's pain. Oh man, this is pretty funny. And everybody's like, yeah, what was going on? I saw that, but what was it? The two men turned into one. Okay, and that goes back to when Kelly told Bobby he said, put it on. And we see there that Kelly has the jacket fruit, two in a coat. That's his devil fruit. Yes, like everybody did know, it's a very unique devil fruit ability actually. Where you can just turn your body into basically clothing, and people can put you on. I mean, man, yeah, I wouldn't want that devil fruit just because. I mean, just look at this zipper. If you get what I'm saying. Yeah, it just brings up a lot of different questions which I just don't want to know the answer to. So, I mean, but yeah, it's very unique. Okay, and what he goes on to state that for a guy blessed with such a powerful body, Bobby's always been a spineless coward. But if I turn into his skin and take over his personality, my instincts for battle and violence in the massive body are a perfect fit. Okay, so and everybody saw what happened last week, how he just destroyed Boo. And you see here Sai is coming in, and what he tells Kelly is that his brother lacked discipline, you know, and he says the moment we became disciples in the Hashoko Ken style, we ceased being bound by the ties of brotherhood. And what he goes on to state that, but as chief of the Hapusu army, I'll always avenge my subordinates. And of course, he gets taken down using his Hashokyo Ken style, which is a very, another interesting fighting style within the world of One Piece. And we see here Luffy, Don Chicha is yelling at Luffy, telling him that he's going to pay, he says, pay for your crimes. Your grandpa stole an uncountable fortune from me. He stole my strength and the memories of my youth. And Luffy's like, well, I told you to take that up with grandpa, not me. And Don Chinja replies, but death is too lenient a punishment for God. He must live and know the misery of loss. And we see Gene the Bandit was like, that's the confirmation that he needed, that yes, that is Straw Hat Luffy in this tournament. And Lucy says, give my helmet back. He says, take it back then. And what Gene does, he begins shooting all of his weapons, the sword weapons, which he used because he's using it as basically he's a gun, and he's shooting them like he's a sniper because he's a sniper. So, and what he tells Luffy, he says, take this charitable donation. My business has been booming the past 2 years thanks to you. I can't even remember how many escapees from Imperial Down I've taken out, dozens at least. And what you have here is basically Luffy using his observation haki to dodge all of those attacks, while doing that at the same time, Gene the Bandit goes on to state that he's trying to complete. Hold on one moment. Alright, I had to step away for a while, so I paused it. Let me see, where was I? Okay, and Gene, he was talking about the fact that he's trying to complete the entire set of escapees of people he's catching. He said starting with you, so he said he's gonna start with Luffy, Buggy the Genius Jester, Jinbei the First Son of the Sea, Sir Crocodile, Ivankov, Queen of the Newcomers, Shiryu of the Rain. I'll hunt all of you down and make a name for myself. Then Lucy's like, oh, how's Eva doing? And Jin goes on to say that the government made sure to cover up the breakout of the vicious level 6 inmates. And I've even found out where they are. So that's a huge development. He knows where everybody is. Including the rest of the level 6 escapees, as those are the rest of the people that are part of Blackbeard's crew. Including Shiryu. And he says, Lucy goes on to say, wait, from level 6? You mean some of the others escaped too? And Gene is frustrated. He's like, damn, why can't I hit you? And that's just because Luffy's just doing his observation haki, putting that training putting those 2 years of training to the test. Even though he only learned the basics in all three, he's had a few months to, kind of expound upon the basics and increase it. So we know that he can hear some of the Sea King's voices. So his ability is going to be top notch, with more honing of his skills with all of his haki. And okay, but now since Lucy missed all of those shots with those swords that Gene shot at him using his haki, presumably his armament haki, and he just used that to shoot him, like he was a sniper. But all of those swords went somewhere, and they went into the stomach of Don Chinjao. And and if you saw the look on Gene's face once he realized where all of his swords ended up, was they didn't hit Luffy, but they did end up hitting Don Chinjao. And so Luffy's right in front of him, and he says, I told you to give the helmet back. So he just snuck up, took his helmet back, and then next thing you know, Don Chinjao gives him a really good headbutt and says, stop poking me, you punk. And Gene is done, and he's just finished. And what we have here is, okay, and so you see there that we have the boxer inside, Ideo inside, they're going at it. And what we have here, while they're going at it, you see that Chinjao Don is still, he's extremely persistent because he really does want to do a lot of harm to Luffy. He wants to kill him. He says, there you are, Straw Hat, give up. And Luffy's okay. He's like, well, alright, let's go. I might not have a grudge against you, but I can't win until I beat you anyway. And so Lucy takes off running towards Don Chinjao, and In the process, kick Sai, says move it. And in the process of Don Chinja running towards Lucy, punches Idio out of the way, and everybody's eyes are just bulged, and they're just in complete shock. And they run, and next thing you know, bam, they exchange right fist punches with one another with armament Haki, and also they're using well, hold on one moment, it's on the next page. Diamante goes on to state that a collision of Supreme King Haki, and you see the ripples in the air. Well, what it reminds me of when Shanks went on the Whitebeard ship, and when he went to talk to Whitebeard, and they had a little clash with their Shanks with his sword, and Whitebeard with his like spear type weapon staff. And I'm sorry, I forget the name, but you saw what it did to the sky above, just the clouds, and how it cut the air in half in a clash, and you can actually visibly see the Haki, the energy that it's distorting. And of course that Haki is just knocking the rest of the people out, so they're done. So it's only two people left, and that's Don Chinjao and Lucy. And those are the final two in C block, and that right there is the end of the chapter. But that right there is the most interesting part, the most exciting part of this chapter for me. When they go in for armament Haki, and also using the Conquering King's Haki, because they're putting, they're going ahead, they're going full off those punches, and just the distortion and the fact, you just see it knocks everybody out. And of course, other people are looking, it's like, whoa, okay. I assume other people are gonna be like, okay, this Lucy person has has King's Haki as well. And if you see you also see Cavendish and Bartolomeo still looking on. And I'm very intrigued by them, by the interactions, what's going to happen after this match is over with. And I'm going ahead and just Lucy's going to win. Yeah, Lucy's going to go ahead and win this one. How Lucy goes about doing it, that's going that is what we're going to find out. And like I said, I'm going to be very interested because, and I keep saying Lucy, because everybody else in the stadium knows, for the most part, most of the people that just know Lucy. It's only a few people that know his actual identity, so we're just going to keep calling him Lucy until, I guess, to a point where when he's in a match in this tournament, to where he can avoid but revealing his identity by using some moves that he just can't help, but he's going to keep his identity hidden as long as he can. If everybody else finds out, it's not going to be by him doing it on purpose. It'll be from other people's actions. So that's going to be definitely very interesting, right? Because they're definitely looking on, and I definitely want to see what the relationship is with Bartolomeo and Lucy. We already know that Cavendish's problem is a very stupid problem to have, but alright, so we're just gonna go ahead and end things here. Yeah, it should be very exciting. I guess when the scans come out, either maybe tomorrow or Wednesday. So until then, take care, people.